King Arthur Knight's Tale. Each hero is unique, hired in special missions where you can learn about their story and background.
Okay guys, first of all there is the one and only, really long anticipated King Arthur Knight's Tale, for which dear folks a new core game just announced will be finally released at a later date as opposed to its February 2022, but into PCs and the next generation of consoles in its full March 29. Knight's Tale, I'd like to think, is one of the coolest looking dark fantasy turn-based and real-time strategy tactic games available now on Steam actually, through its early access phase for the price of $35.
Affect the tactical role of your heroes, even granting new abilities. By finding more and more, you can assemble more varied parties. Discover even more ancient secrets throughout the land by being observant and ingenious, and find unique consumable effects. Choose wisely which of your heroes should take these. By having more than 30 heroes coming from the 6 classes, you'll have access to more than 300 skills. This way, assembling a party of 4 combatants has a potential of near endless variation. But be careful how you're combining your heroes. Be aware of the objectives and conditions of your next mission. Each situation requires a different approach. Consider everything you've learned and choose your party members wisely.
Moving on, we have the Iron Oath. Now this is a turn-based tactical RPG, of course, that is set in a dark fantasy world, but one where every decision you make carries a weight and can have a minor or major influence on the whole run. Is it Final Fantasy Tactics inspired? Well, yes, with a touch of Fire Emblem and some roguelike action stuff such as Blasphemous. It's a really good looking game coming to PCs only, although a release date for it is still yet to be announced.
Marco, Theo, Dharma.
Metal Slug Tactics, on the other hand, is a sequel to what you all know and love through the past decades by a series of run-and-gun games, of course, where this time, the combat of which is combined with elements of roguelike games and RPGs. However, as you can tell, still keeps the pixel art graphics, of course, in addition to all of its characters, and of course there's more. Check it out, this game is coming to PCs and the Nintendo Switch in about a few months from now. We here.
We both knew this day was coming.
Get them out of here!
A day to choose between that tyrant on my throne or me.
On the other hand, we have Twin Otter Studios that just announced a release date, window for Arcadian Atlas. What y'all might have to be familiar with through the earlier free demo on Steam last year, but just in case you are not, a kickstarted game heavily inspired by the Final Fantasy Tactics that comes with 12 different classes and a huge range of skills, so it's fair to say that it's a skill-based game at heart. Check it out, this one's due out sometime later this year.
Shuffle the Atlas. I'll give you war.
Then we have Absolute Tactics, Daughters of Mercy, that is available on Steam through a playable demo only, but also set to be coming to consoles and PCs at its full this year. Fun fact, this game is being partly developed by the same guy who previously worked on the Borderlands games, hence why the game's 2D, 3D graphics and the cartoonish style that comes with a wide variety of characters, enemies, quests, and even puzzles. Take a look.
War.
There is Tactics Legends also, actually a free-to-play PvP-based turn-based strategy game for, well, mobile devices at the moment, pretty much inspired by the games such as Final Fantasy Tactics in 2D with the game's map in some sort of 3D style. Well, here's the thing, you can actually back this game up through its Kickstarter if there's anything you do like about it, and it's also scheduled to come out in about a month from now if all goes well with it. Revelry 9's Tactics is actually available now. It has been since January 25, pretty similar to other tactical RPGs like the Final Fantasy Tactics or the Fire Emblem games. But if you were to ask me, I would say it's a pretty average game, but it comes with some really interesting cast of characters. The music is also not that bad either. Check it out, this game is available for basically all consoles for the price of $20. Are you a fan of Minecraft or voxel-based games in general? So yeah, we have Voxel Tactics, which is a strategy RPG where you take command of a band of heroes as they journey across a vast and dangerous world full of magic, monsters, and mighty empires. Okay, so this one's actually one of the coolest looking tactical turn-based games in the making in my opinion, and one that comes with what looks like to be one hell of an atmospheric kind of game. Unfortunately, the release date for Voxel Tactics is yet to be announced, so keep it in mind.
Let me tell you about the wilds. We explored untamed lands in search of a new home.
Untamed Tactics, on the other hand, is what's described as a narrative-driven tactical RPG where you will play through the memories of a rabbit. A general greycoat rabbit, to be specific. Now, this game is story-based, and with each chapter comes a story, and each story, being its own, contains many adventures that eventually bring the whole story together. Here it is, this game is on its way to PCs in about a month from now.
Others sought to destroy us.
There is Shadow of the Road, which is also a turn-based RPG that places you in Japan right into the bloody end of the feudal era. This game is partly story and decision-based, like the decisions will directly shape the story as you go. Check it out here from no more than a few months ago. Shadow of the Road releases into PCs only sometime later this year. We have Stove Studios' upcoming tactical roguelike game, obviously a turn-based roguelike going by Warriors of the Nile 2, which came out way no more than a handful of months ago. It's just the same deal, guys. You can upgrade stuff and enhance abilities, build this particular base, except it's all in ancient Egyptian times. Now check it out. This game is coming to PCs only, possibly in only a few months from now. And last but not least, we have Cascade Tactics, a tactical RPG at heart, but an ability-focused game like the old Defender Quest tower defense game few of you might be familiar with. I certainly am, if not. Well, basically where you can hire your team, choose your classes, upgrade and stuff, and spend probably hundreds of hours of time easily. Take a look. Cascade Tactics is set to come out February 15th this year, and into the PCs only.